Now, I want to explain the rationale behind this, because there's a reason we have the weight forward in this stance, and that's to encourage the player to strike down or hit down on this shot. Now, I know a lot of you have heard that phrase, you need to hit down. I guess the million-dollar question is, what the heck does that mean? Well, let me explain. Because what makes this shot really work is when you hit the middle of the ball with the middle of the club. When that happens, the loft of the club, which this one happens to be a 56, will push the ball up at whatever this angle is. So it's really a reaction in regards to force. When I get the middle of the ball into the middle of the club will force the ball up at whatever angle it was built at. So the question I get a lot is, well, how do I do that? Because the natural instinct would say, well, for me to do that, I need to scoop or lift the ball to get it up in the air. And that makes perfect sense. But the fact of the matter is, this is not a shot that you scoop or lift. As a matter of fact, that's usually what causes the misses. Here's how it works. Again, I need to get the middle of the club into the middle of the ball. And if you look at your golf swing itself, you realize it works in an arcing fashion. Well, the working side of this golf shot is the descending side of that arc. And that's important, because as long as the club is descending, the part of the club that I need to make impact with the ball is moving towards it. But the minute that club starts to ascend or come up, then the part of the club that I need to work with is moving away from the ball, and that's going to bring this part of the club in, the leading edge. Or worse, it's going to bring the bounce into play, and I'm going to top it. So if my concept of the swing says I need to scoop or hit, that's what's going to happen, is I'm going to probably blade it or top it. So I want to appreciate from the get-go is that the working side of this golf shot is the descending side of the arc. The ascending side is more of the recoil. And how that applies is, as long as the club is descending, the part of the club that I need to be working with is moving to the ball, those 2 points line up, ball goes up. So when you hear that phrase, you got to hit down on the ball, that's what we're trying to say, is that impact needs to be made on the descending side of the arc, or at least as the club is reaching its very lowest point. That's why your weight is for, is to encourage that downward strike. So I know it may not make a lot of sense, but to get this ball up, we have to be hitting down on it. That applies for almost all your shots, with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 that I know of. So keep that in mind. This is not a shot that you hit up on.